Tonight, we report on apartments damaged by gunfire in Moses Lake, and an attempt to bribe a police officer lands a man in jail. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Moses Lake turns in a strong performance at the Tri-State Wrestling Tournament, and the Ephrata girls pick up a couple of road wins on the hardwood. Let's take a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And as we slide into the Christmas holiday weekend, well, Mother Nature will continue to make us slide a bit on the roadways. Details coming on up.
I'm Bethany Jenks, and we have all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Two apartments were damaged by gunfire during the weekend in Moses Lake. A man on West Marina Drive reported hearing several gunshots at about 5:30 a.m. When he reviewed security cameras at his home, he reportedly noticed a blue four-door sedan driving by the apartments at least twice. According to Moses Lake Police on Monday, when the car drives by the second time, a flash is seen coming from the driver's side window. Police found two apartments struck by bullets. The bullets did not make it through the exterior wall. Officers could not determine the make and model of the suspect's car from the video. Anyone with information is asked to call the Moses Lake Police Department at 509-764-3887. Volunteers with the Ephrata Food Bank handed out their annual Christmas gift boxes on Saturday to hundreds of families in need. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
The holiday season is the busiest time of the year for the Ephrata Food Bank, and volunteers spent Saturday at the Ephrata Recreation Center helping those in need with food boxes and donated bags of toys and other items. Food Bank manager Mike Donovan said more people braved the snow to come in this year, and the community support is crucial during the holiday season.
Yeah, we're a little above what we had last year. We're at about 220, 221 this year, and we have enough food, thank goodness, via the support from the community and the high school kids and church groups support us with toys and financial. It costs a lot of money to put this turkey dinner on. By the time you buy a turkey for everybody and all the fixings that go with it, the pie and all that kind of stuff. So it's something we look forward to every year, and something we're really happy when it's over. And we can have Christmas with our own family. It takes a couple of months to get this organized, and if it wouldn't be for the volunteers we have, it would never work. We have some great volunteers, and can't thank them enough for all they do for us.
In Ephrata, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
A man allegedly tried to get out of jail by trying to bribe a police officer after he was reportedly caught stealing from Walmart in Moses Lake. A Walmart employee reportedly noticed Courtney Taylor, a 26-year-old Spokane man, take a portable cell phone battery charger out of the packaging and put it in his pocket on Friday afternoon. According to Moses Lake Police on Monday, Taylor was reportedly previously banned from entering all Walmart stores. A Moses Lake police officer responded to the store and arrested Taylor. While the officer was taking the suspect to the Moses Lake Police Department, Taylor allegedly offered the officer $100 in cash to give him a ticket instead of taking him to jail. The officer took the cash as Taylor allegedly said that he appreciated what the officer was doing for him. The officer handcuffed the man again, put him in the patrol car, and went inside the police department. The officer came back out of the car and drove the man to Grant County Jail. Taylor was arrested for bribery, burglary, and theft. 6 children were injured in a collision on State Route 28 near Ephrata during the weekend. Tiffany Payne, a 26-year-old Soap Lake woman, was driving a 1997 Chrysler LHS sedan north on Road B Northwest when she reportedly drove into the intersection at SR 28. According to the Washington State Patrol, her vehicle was struck by a 1998 Subaru Forester going west on the highway. A 2003 Dodge Ram was following the Forester and collided with it when it struck Payne's car. Payne was hurt and taken to Columbia Basin Hospital in Ephrata. 6 children in her car were injured, including 3 14-year-old girls, a 13-year-old girl, a 6-year-old girl, and a 3-year-old girl. The 2 14-year-old girls and a 3-year-old girl were reportedly not wearing seatbelts or proper child restraints. The State Patrol reported they did not know if Payne or the other children were wearing seatbelts. One of the 14-year-old girls was flown by MedStar to Central Washington Hospital. The cause of the collision is under investigation. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
When the cold rolls in, it's time to turn on the heater and cozy up with a book. But turning up the heat can mean higher electric bills. And for some families in tough times, that could mean choosing between a warm meal or a warm house. For decades, people like you have extended a hand to help local families in need pay those winter electric bills. Share the warmth this winter to help keep your neighbor warm by giving a little when you pay your Grant PUD bill.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFIBER Channel 1 News weather. And of course our forecast is brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service your car. And of course it's been very winter-like all season long, and it's going to continue very winter-like right through the holiday weekend. And the snow earlier today is tapered off, and we've ended up with a little bit of fog and freezing fog and just a gray, cold evening now settling on in. But we are looking for another slug of moisture to move on in overnight tonight, and that'll kind of lift the fog but give us continued chance of snow overnight, maybe another inch. And then after that, just some flurries through Thursday. But the cold and drier air lasts from Christmas through the weekend. 26 and 11, the extremes today with a trace of precipitation. And of course, snow flew in most areas earlier today with some freezing fog replacing that for much of the afternoon hours. 26 and 14, the extremes in Moses Lake. So again, very, very chilly and winter-like. 23 degrees above the clouds. The fog is a little bit of break, mostly clouded, we'll call it though still. But the fog will eventually lift, and the icy spots, watch out for those icy spots with the freezing fog out there. And of course we have all sorts of advisories, the Cascades, a lot of traveling this week. Boy, 1 to 2 feet the past couple of days in some of the higher elevations. The pass is very, very treacherous, and that'll continue right through tomorrow night. And the winter weather advisory the further north you go. Now this next slug of moisture coming in, as you can see, overnight tonight from the southwest, and we're pretty much in it through the late evening, through the overnight hours, and then we taper off by 3, 4 in the morning. We can sort of get that snow shadow effect, but still lots of clouds remain after this little system moves through, and you can see most of the moisture from the Cascades west after we get our little area of precipitation overnight tonight. So again, not the best of traveling conditions across the area, but here's a statewide forecast for our Wednesday. Still kind of unsettled west of the Cascades, rain lower elevations, snow for the higher elevations, a lot of clouds in our neck of the woods here in the basin, and still maybe some patchy freezing fog still. And once the precipitation ends overnight tonight, still lots of clouds. You can see temperatures struggling to get above the upper 20s to lower 30s. So again, very chilly, and as we slide into the holiday, with Santa arriving, we'll also see somewhat drier air arrive, but the temperatures will remain way below normal, mid-20s for the most part for the highs for the weekend. And yes, what is this as we slide into the work week next week? Most of us may have off though, but we do see another chance of some winter-type precipitation coming our way. So again, traveling tonight through the morning hours, please be careful. Keep it here. Sports is next.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Moses Lake turned in a solid outing at the Tri-State Tournament. The Chiefs placed 7th out of 61 teams that wrestled in the two-day event at North Idaho College in Coeur d'Alene. Nick Hara pulled off a 13-8 decision over Colville's TJ Braun to claim the Chiefs' lone title at 120 pounds. Cooper McCullough dominated the 132 weight class, taking his first 4 matches by a combined 55-10 score. But he ran into a buzzsaw in the likes of Lakeside's Dalton Young in the championship match, who blanked him 15-0. Hudson Mosseth breathed through the quarterfinals of the 170 weight class, but dropped both of his semifinal matches. He then bounced back with a 10-3 decision over Coeur d'Alene's Vince Ray to place 5th. Dylan Morris lost by a 9-3 decision to Reardon's Jose Anderson to place 6th at 182. And finally, Joel Torres pulled out an 11-3 decision over Isaiah Shores from Kentridge to take 7th at 160 pounds. Weekend CWAC round ball action saw the Afraid of boys drop 2 heartbreakers on the road. Antoine Acosta's bucket with 2 seconds left capped a wild comeback, and Wapato made up a 13-point deficit in the final 2.5 minutes to win it 90-89 on Friday. The Tigers' Cameron Clark hit 8 shots from 3-point range to finish with a game-high 38 points. Clark scored 18, Bailey Evenson added 14, and Jacob Oxis finished with 12 in an 84-79 overtime loss at Toppenish Saturday. The game was knotted 70-all at the end of regulation play. The Wildcats, Austin Idle, led all scorers with 28 points. The Lady Tigers took both of their road games. Harley Vanetta knocked down 17. Katie Hillard and Caitlin Ostrowski drained 10 each, and Afraida got past Wapato 50-49 Friday. Maddie Younger was a monster on the boards, corralling a game-high 17 rebounds. Vanetta had 15. Vanetta hit for a game-high 28 points in the Tigers' 56-41 win over Toppenish. Ostrowski added 13. The victories improved Afraida to 3-2 in league play and 4-3 overall. Afraida boys and girls host Grandview tonight. The first game is set for a 5:45 start. But the Mantis Sabonis had 23 points and 8 rebounds as Gonzaga knocked off Pepperdine 99-73. Here's a look at some of the top plays from the contest.
Ryan Edwards the rebound for Gonzaga. This is Perkins. Sabonis. Boy, look at the bodies flying. He's got to get it going offensively for Pepperdine to compete. And there you see, we were together, but I don't. It was
Midnight Madness.
It was Midnight Madness. Yes, Sabonis.
Wait for him to get down there.
Perkins. No, Sabonis, and the two-handed flush.
He doesn't foul in those situations. He's the best interior center post.
And Eric McClellan lines up another. That's as good as it gets. Sabonis into the paint, kick out to Perkins.
It's nothing better than when you have a 7-footer facilitate the offense like Sabonis.
The Zags will go for 4 wins in a row when they host Loyola Marymount tomorrow night. We'll be back after this short break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about Santa Jack, a Moses Lake man who stays busy during the holiday season, making appearances as Santa Claus. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
He loves his once-a-year job, making appearances as Santa Claus and modeling at J. Keel Photography. The reason is simple.
Oh, I like kids. If it had been up to me, I'd had a dozen instead of 2.
Santa Jack, as he calls himself, has been filling the role for 12 years in Moses Lake. His wish for Christmas?
That I can do it again next year.
Santa Jack talked about some of the wishes he's heard over the years.
Kids ask me for things, some of them ask me for things like peace on earth and stuff like that. I like those, you know, because I can't do anything about it either, but that means they're thinking about it anyway. They also ask me for tablets, you know, phones. Phones big deal anymore.
Even adults get into the act.
They want a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something, you know. And this is just what I tell them. I say, hey, what'd you get last year? Expect to get that again.
He said one of the more serious wishes came from a teenager, and he offered her some sage advice.
I've had them ask me for a boyfriend. That's a 14-year-old, and she was overweight. I told her, you don't need a boyfriend. Wait till you're 16. I says, then somebody will come along that likes you, and it won't matter. You know, they don't understand. They think, oh, their weight means anything. And really, when a guy's looking for a girl, he's not paying any attention to that unless that's not his thing. But, you know, so I told her, just wait. There's no hurry.
It's been a busy season for Santa Jack.
And I'm going to do a preschool. Then I'll go to Royal City and do it for Spuds. You know, they do pictures and all that stuff, just like J. Kill does. And then after that, I go to the high school and do Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And they sing it, and I give out candy canes usually. I do a couple of old folks' homes too.
But no matter how busy he is, anyone is welcome to sit on his lap and talk.
I've had some say, oh, I've never sat on Santa's lap. I said, well, come on over here and sit down. It's not a problem.
Besides kids, Santa Jack has posed with non-humans. At J. Keel Photography Studio in Moses Lake, many of the kids are tickled to see him, but some are a little young to fully grasp his goodness and may cry a little. Santa Jack often gets asked if he's the real deal.
And I'm sorry, but I answer yes, because I'm as close as they're going to get.
Santa said he'll be the jolly good fellow dedicated to his role for the long run.
I really like this job, so, you know, I'll do it till I can't sit down.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. A man is accused of walking around naked in public twice. Prosecutors charge Ronald Randolph, a 53-year-old Moses Lake resident, in Grant County Superior Court with 2 counts of indecent exposure. The first alleged exposure occurred in 2013 when Randolph went into a Moses Lake gas station when he wasn't wearing pants. According to Moses Lake police, when the employee saw the man a second time, he reportedly was wearing jean shorts. The officer reported the man was still not covered up. Randolph was reportedly spotted a second time at an Interstate 90 rest area near Winchester in January 2015. According to the Washington State Patrol, he was allegedly naked and running from the restroom back to his truck. The Grant County Commissioner's hearing room is moving. Crews were finishing installing the recording system in the new hearing room on Monday. Central Services Director Tom Gaines said the commissioners should be able to use the new room once their table is moved from the former hearing room on the 2nd floor of the courthouse. The new hearing room is located on the 1st floor of the courthouse, across from the assessor's office. The move is in the final of a series of changes to bring all the county offices into county-owned buildings and make room for a 3rd district courtroom. The remodeled room used to house the county appraisers. The county added a counter, new lighting, new ceiling, and chairs. A woman was sentenced to community service after she stole roughly $10,000 using checks from closed bank accounts. Jocelyn Williams, a 59-year-old Moses Lake woman, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to theft in the 3rd degree. Prosecutors initially charged her with 2 counts of unlawful issuance of a bank check in 2009. The charge was lessened as part of a plea agreement. Williams didn't commit any other crimes since 2009 and was given a suspended sentence. She served 4 days in jail and will do community service for 48 hours. She's looking to pay $10,675 back to the bank. Williams opened a business account at Numerica Credit Union in Moses Lake in July 2009. She deposited 2 checks, one from Alaska Carts and the second from Haven Cafe. She had created the fake businesses and drained the deposits before the bank found out. In Northwest news, the threat of a landslide is forcing people from their homes in Oregon. Police were going door to door this week, telling people to leave. For CNN, Chris Liedl has the story.
It's a very scary situation for everybody.
I'm sure you guys are aware with the driveway moving.
Everybody's concerned.
Jason Stockert grabbed what he could.
Right now, it's just essentials in the car.
He's hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. On Sunday afternoon, Oregon City Police knocked on doors and handed out evacuation notices to dozens.
So just to let you know, you guys aren't at that point right now, but it is recommended.
Earlier this week, a road in the Forest Edge apartment complex cracked. Now it's several feet wide. Parking lots have warped. Garages have sunk.
You can't even get in there anymore. I mean, everything is just changing.
Right now they're recommending evacuation in the lower loop.
It's getting too scary.
Just above 4 people living in 2 apartment buildings at the Berry Hill Park Apartments, evacuation is mandatory.
They said they'll have checks for all the tenants that are having an evac tomorrow morning.
James Bradshaw, father of 2, had 1 hour to pack up and get out.
There's a lot that goes through the head. Okay, where do I go now?
Police told him the hill under his apartment is moving fast and unstable.
I was overwhelmed at first. Didn't know what to do.
With the help of friends and family, Bradshaw loaded up 7 truckloads, fearing it was the last time he'd be in his home.
I don't think you can plan for natural disasters or natural slides. It's just, there's no way.
All that's left are a few couches and a Christmas tree, but Bradshaw is trying to embrace the holiday spirit.
I had people come and help me today, so I took tomorrow off. I'll probably be here helping my neighbors move. It's the holidays. Somebody's got to be nice.
That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.